What's up, everybody? DeucesJack at VapingInsider.com. I'm at the Capella booth. I got Omar.
How you doing?
He's the director of marketing, and we're going to go over some of the new flavors for all you DIY peeps out there that love to DIY. Omar, you want to tell us about this SilverLine you and I were talking about?
Sure. So the SilverLine is a new 10. It was a 10 flavor line. We've now upped it to 13. We have 3 new releases at the Brooklyn Expo, which is meringue, acai, and apple snacks. This is a very great line because we are reaching into the DIY market. We're able to create Capella quality flavors at a much affordable rate. We're able to give these gallons off at $97 or less, depending on the pack size. This makes a lot of different countries get involved now because DIY, as you know, is very efficient. These guys want to be able to create concoctions without spending tons of money. So now the SilverLine gives people a chance to buy a plethora of flavors at a much more affordable cost. And also, if they love our product, they can continue to buy the Gold line, which has been around for 10 years. We are now celebrating our 10th year anniversary. We've been in the business since 2008, and things have been great. So we are just trying to give more to our customers, more diversity, different pricing tiers, and tons of new flavor, because that's what this whole industry is about.
And this is important because there are a lot of countries now that are doing like flavor bans and stuff like that. So the more you guys get out there, the harder it is to regulate you, right?
Of course.
Now, how have the regulations been affecting you guys? Do you see that?
Well, what we see
affecting you any way negatively? Like
we see what's happening with the industry, and we care for the industry. We hear different countries every day with different regulations, pending regulations, regulations that are going to being applied to not being applied to being withheld. Predicate dates being changed. So what we're doing is the SilverLine is very special too because we've taken a step ahead and we've actually gone into our flavor library with our food chemists that produce these flavors, and what they do is they look a step ahead for chemical compounds that could potentially be a harm in the future with different countries, because as we see this flavor list going deeper and deeper, more and more countries might have restrictions on these food flavorings. So Capella's gone a step ahead, even more so with the SilverLine. We've intended this line to be for the vaping market. So we already know chemical compounds that could be problematic in the next 10, 20 years. So we want to remove that to begin with and create.
You guys are being proactively responsible, really.
100%.
What's going on?
That's what it's about, because as you guys know, every year we've heard new news about different bans, and we want to make sure that from the flavor end of it, we're always doing the best we can be to be safe, compliant, and regulate, adapt to the regulations that we currently have, because for what we have right now, we're doing our best to work around it and make sure everything's good for our customers. When they send our laboratory results out, our lab has been around for over 100 years. They send our results back, and within overnight, we have AP, diacetyl, acetoin results for our customers. None of these flavors have those compounds in them. They're all released without it. Anything in the last 3 years that have been produced for Capella does not contain those chemical compounds. So we're just trying to stay a step ahead, This industry is it changes rapidly, so we're just constantly trying to keep up with it.
Now, how many flavors did you tell me you had before?
Our Gold line, our original Gold line that is 10 years strong now, we have about 150 flavors. And with the new 3 on top of our 10 for the SilverLine, that's 13. So the SilverLine we see only growing and growing, because this is a global thing that's getting popular in other countries, Russia, China. This is getting around. It's making the product more accessible to people in different countries that weren't able to get it at certain price levels. So we just see this thing exploding, because if anyone trusts in our product and tries it, they end up usually loving it across the board, and it's usually been a good experience with all of our customers. We're with this whole room of people. We do business with everybody. We love everybody. We're here for the industry, and we're not going anywhere.
And not only that, DIY is just so much more affordable. Like it's a great way to get into vaping and really know what you're vaping, right?
Exactly.
You know what you put in that bottle.
So when you're doing DIY communities, when they're looking for recipes to try to create, they're always trying to find what makes something different or what gives it that spike. That's why focusing on that $97 price point is why we wanted to make 13 mils cheaper also, because 13 mils and 4 ounces is a big size for our DIY consumers. And giving them accessibility to these flavors at such a cheaper cost gives them a chance to really find what their preferred taste is.
And experiment.
And then what they find to love, then they know they can always have, but they'll try more flavors if they have an opening that's broader for them to get in with. So by bringing out this line, there's 13 new ways to get our customers into some flavor that maybe might have not been in our old line, but can tickle their fancy in our new line per se.
Now, out of all the flavors, Omar, do you have a personal favorite?
Ooh, that's pretty tough. You know I'm gonna say all. You know I'm gonna say all of them, but if you ask me, I gotta stick with my good old sweet strawberry. It's my #1 flavor. I love it. When I DIY and make my concoctions, that ripe strawberry taste is unparalleled. It's like none other. It's my go-to.
Now mine is a vanilla custard.
Oh, I mix them together and I do. That's exactly.
Mine is a vanilla custard.
Vanilla
you guys
custard.
Make the best vanilla custard. I'm sorry.
That's actually my #2 favorite.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It depends on my mood. If I'm in a fruit mood and if I go for the strawberry. If I'm in a savory pastry mood, it's all about the custard. But together, those are our our king and our queen.
I use your vanilla custard. I actually make a recipe that I call my Bourbon Island vanilla custard.
Bourbon Island.
And it's got vanilla custard, it's got bourbon, it's got mango, and it's got guava in it.
Wow,
and
wow.
It is just
so that's where your island comes in.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, I really appreciate that you use our flavors.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that you're one of our customers, and
Definitely.
we're here at the Brooklyn Expo. We're here to be here for all of our customers. Any customers that have questions, concerns, any new projects. That's why we're always at these trade shows. We attend them all over the world. We're here for them, and customer service in Capella's realm is really what we thrive off of.
Right.
There's nothing better than what we're doing right now, being face to face, talking about issues and getting past certain things. And we know we have to be a very important part of the industry to help these companies prosper, and that's why we're here at the ground floor to be a raw ingredient supplier for them.
And you guys have a great rep. There's no doubt about that. Everybody, when you think of DIY, everybody thinks of Capella. There's no doubt about that.
We really appreciate that, and we couldn't do that without our DIYers. So thank you, our DIY team, because you guys are where it all begins. Creations are made from the ground and then they blow up, but you guys are responsible for a lot of the great stuff that's been in this industry, and a lot of people, they find out in the DIY realm what it is, and that's what they're trying to work off of. So I know through my previous history and my old Reddit days, the DIY scene, in the Facebook groups and everything, you can really find a good community of friends to mix with, to talk about things with, diversify yourselves with, and to.
It's a bonding experience.
It really is. It's a lot more. It's a community of friends, and on top of that, that have a passion that they share, and it's a great thing. So.
And guys, while I got Omar here, I just want to make like a quick little public service announcement, because I know there are a lot of new vapors out there watching this, and a lot of you may be intimidated by DIYing, and I just want to tell you, it's a lot simpler than you really think it is. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
100%.
So get out there and try it out.
Be creative.
It doesn't. You don't have to buy 1,000,000 flavors right away. In fact, that was probably my first mistake.
You get everything, and you're like,
I bought like 60 flavors, and I'm like, no, what am I going to do?
You're just like sitting with a bunch of stuff.
It was just crazy, guys. You know what you do? Go find a couple of flavors that you like, that you think will mix well, and buy them and try them out. And it's okay to make a mistake, right? It's okay to.
Everyone makes mistakes. You can't make a creation without making mistakes. I mean, I can't even make eggs without making a mistake every morning.
Right. And I'll be honest with you, when I first DIY'd, I have yet to make something that was totally unvapeable. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, even if you make a mistake and you don't like it, you can vape your way through it if you want to.
Very true.
Yeah. So,
and every time you do it, practice makes perfect.
Right.
You get better every time. And then you look back and you're like, wow, I didn't think I could do this, but I just committed to it, and here I am. I'm making my own creations, and that's the beauty of it all. It's made by you. It's a personal touch, and it really makes our flavors give a personal experience to our users, and that's what we love. That's why we're here.
And there are a ton of resources out there for that too. Like Omar said, there are Facebook groups, there are forums dedicated just to DIYing. Go out there and check it out, and definitely make sure when you do start off with some Capella flavors, because they have great flavors, and it's a great place to start.
Check us out, guys. We've been here, we're 10 years strong. We've been here for a while. We're not going anywhere. And all your flavoring needs, www.capellaflavors.com. We also have capellaflavors.com/SilverLine. Both websites are linked together. You can order your product there. You can request samples if you want to try the SilverLine. Samples in the SilverLine will be free. So, let's get the product out there. Let's get you guys to be creative, and we're here for you.
Omar, I want to thank you for spending some time with us at VapingInsider.com.
Appreciate it, Jack. Thank you so much.
Guys, you heard it from the man himself. He's the Director of Sales at Capella.
Marketing.
Director of Marketing, my bad. Make sure you check out the Capella flavors. Make sure you check out the new SilverLine. And also take a look at our new forum, VapingInsider.com/forums. make sure you check out my new YouTube channel that's going to be dropping real soon with Vaping Insider. We already have the channel established, so get up there and subscribe to it. That's it. We're in Brooklyn at Vapevent with Omar from Capella. We're out of here. Deuces.
Deuces.